Thanks all for coming out today. I think it's a particularly opportune time, given we've just had the election here in the UK, to be discussing, how do we think about international organisation selection of the leaders, of the top. And we're talking here at the executive head level, so the head of the World Bank, the president, the head of the IMF. And these 7 dimensions that we select are, and I'll just run through them quickly and we can go in the discussion into them in more depth. The first is selecting and re-electing leadership on merit. So we should choose a leader not based on their passport, but actually based on their expertise. Managing performance. So we want to make sure that the leader is assessed based on their individual performance. So some kind of performance appraisals we look for in each organisation. Third, setting and evaluating ethical standards. We look for best practices in terms of codes of conduct, disclosing financial assets. Fourth, developing and retaining talent. So how does each international organisation look to retain good staff as well as a diverse range of staff and take from them, through things like staff surveys, information and inputs to ensure that those organisations stay effective. Fifth, setting strategic priorities, and we highlight in the report some best practices around how organisations can do that through setting clear, measurable goals in their strategic guidelines or operational plans. Sixth, engaging with a wide range of stakeholders. So we emphasise in the report organisations which look to institutionalise their relationship with NGOs and make sure they do it on a regular basis. And 7, evaluating independently and effectively. So how do these organisations look to make sure that they are evaluating what works in them and what doesn't, and that the management is responsive to those evaluations. So that's a quick overview of the 7 dimensions. They're in the report, and I think we'll have plenty of opportunity to dig into what that actually looks like in each of we studied 11 organisations, ranging from development banks, the IMF, the World Bank, through to UN agencies like the WHO, the WTO, UNHCR. So the report gives us a real spectrum of different organisations, and the key take-home message is that all of these best practices are present in at least one of the organisations. So the logical step is, why can't we see them across more of them? And I guess that's a good point for conversation.